Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads Ihedioha versus Uzodinma arrests Prof.Otunta. He is the cause of the trouble in Imo State. Imo State House of Assembly. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you, for those who have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe so that you can enjoy all the news that we are, publishing in YouTube. And if you need immediate notification, just click on the bell icon so that as we are posting, you are seeing immediately. All right, let's look at the news in detail.
The Imo House of Assembly has asked relevant government authorities to arrest and prosecute the returning officer of the 2019 governorship election conducted in Imo State, Professor Francis Otunta. Professor Otunta is the current Vice Chancellor of the Michael Okpara Federal University of Agriculture, Umudike, Abia State. The State Assembly made a demand during its plenary session in a motion moved on Friday in Owerri. The lawmakers berated the alleged electoral malpractices, which heightened tension in the state. Hence, since the Supreme Court sacked Emeka Ihedioha of the PDP and installed Senator Uzodinma of the APC as governor of Imo State, recall that the former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Emeka Ihedioha, was declared winner of the governorship election in Imo State. He polled 273,404 votes to defeat candidate of the Action Alliance, Uche Nwosu, Governor Rogers Okorocha's son-in-law, who polled a total of 190,364 votes. The candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, Ifeanyi Arorome, came third with 114 votes and 676. While Hope Uzodinma of All Progressive Congress APC polled 96,458, while the Accord Party candidate was fifth with 6,846 votes. INEC Imo State Returning Officer and Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Agriculture, Umudike, Abia State, Francis Otunta, put the total vote at 2,221,008 and the total accredited voters at 823,743. 25,130 votes were cancelled across the state, with total valid votes at 714,355, while the total vote cast is 739,485. 8,500. However, the Supreme Court of Nigeria had last month declared Uzodinma the candidate of APC in 2019 governorship election as Imo governor. A 7-man panel of the Apex Court, led by Chief Justice of Nigeria Tanko Mohammed, unanimously declared Hope Uzodinma as the winner of the March 9, 2019 governorship election and the validly elected governor of the state. In the judgment read by Justice Kudirat Kukere-Ekon, the judges unanimously agreed that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) was wrong to have excluded some votes from the scores of Uzodinma. The judge said with the result, the APC governorship candidate pulled majority of lawful votes and ought to have been declared winner by INEC. But the motion has moved by the member representing Obo State constituency, Kennedy Ibe, and co-sponsored by 20 other members. The assembly across the State Resident Electoral Commission (REC), Professor Emeka Ezeonu, and the returning officer, Professor Francis Otunta, of illegally declaring Ihedioha winner, hence should be made to face the music. While supporting the motion, which prayed that the State Resident Electoral Commissioner and returning officer who declared Emeka Ihedioha winner of March 9 Imo governorship election be arrested and prosecuted forthwith. Ihedioha, the member representing Abombise State constituency, begged the oust governor PDP supporters to embrace the new government instead of taking to the streets to protest a judgment which, according to him, is final. Meanwhile, Professor Francis Odunta, the INEC returning officer during the last March 9 gubernatorial election in Imo State, could not be reached to respond to claims by lawmakers at the time of this report.
Right. Thank you very much. And we want to look at these, but before we go ahead with that, we would like to consider some response from Nigeria. And this one said Francis Otunta is criminal. He had shown himself that what they are practicing in Abia State is fraud, intimidation. Now one said, how come those kindergarten stomach infrastructure and political sorry boys do not understand that the man is the stupidest one to make of the relevant authority at this point of the Imo matter. They ought to know a better way to deal with their selfish political misadventure in which betray their respective constituency. In fact, Imo will become a reference point in Nigerian politics. Imo Ninth Assembly will become a classic example of political adventure taken too far, a shameful case study. All right, another person says these fools in Imo House of Assembly should stop making noise after collecting their 50 million and should plot and some plots of land, betray the party and Imo people that voted them. Please, is it? And that's true. They have actually betrayed the people. All right, the comment, the person further said, please, is it not the same INEC resident commissioner and returning officer that declare Emeka Ihedioha and you criminals, winners, idiot, all of you should also lose your seat as well, bunch of fools. And this one said, absolutely correct. A round of applause for the Imo makers moving forward for next level of political calamities for desperate election riggers. And this one said, the last one I'm going to consider, say Imo state lawmakers are insane, more especially the Popa that represented Abombise's state, Obina, and those of them that supported such this thing. Don't forget that before this guy came on board, let's be real here, before Hope Uzodinma came on board, he didn't have even one member from APC.
Crazy.
But when the guy came on board, what did he do? Smart work. He just decided to buy them, give them some monies, and all of a sudden everybody were like moving,
APC, what
moving. And me, I really pity them because very soon, who knows what will happen on Tuesday, the 18th of February. The Supreme Court is granting hearing to this guy. And if they strip this person, I wonder what they are going to do this time around. If they will not plot to kick him out of that seat via, some mistakes he may likely make in future. But all the same, politician, permanent interest, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. What matters a great deal is permanent interest. But come to think of it, is it right? Is it right for them to call for the arrest and prosecution of the returning officer? I don't really understand from what angle. Is he responsible for whatever that had happened and all of that?
This to me is a show of you're trying to cover up lapses. Why didn't you call out for the arrest from the very inception? Immediately after the elections, you would have called out for the arrest instead of waiting for. Why this whole arrest is coming up is because one at the beginning, towards the end, they said they should try and stop. They should try and ban protest in Imo State. I was like, you can't do that. It's within democratic constitution where protest is allowed. It's the voice of the people, and because the protest is not in your favor, you now want to ban it. How? Well, I feel that they are doing this now so that to take the eyes off the fact that Ihedioha is going to reclaim quote unquote his mandate. They are making it look as if this whole thing is not Ihedioha's fault. It's not Hope Uzodinma's fault. It's this man's fault, really. He did not do his work well. But Hope Ihedioha, just forget about this whole thing. It's final, and the verdict of the Apex Court is final. But it's coming a bit too late. What were you waiting for at the beginning when this whole thing started? Why didn't you call for the arrest of Professor Francis, even when Emeka Ihedioha was still the governor? Why didn't you say, look, this whole issue of Supreme Court and all that, let's stop this whole Supreme Court issue? Even before the Apex Court gave the verdict, he would have said, look, let's call for the arrest of Francis. He caused it. But don't forget, Imo State is not the only state that this whole, misappropriation happened. This is not only, Imo State is not the only state that had issues of disparity in collation. Almost cut across all the states in Nigeria, this whole issue came up. So why didn't you all demand for the arrest of all the returning electoral officers in all those states so that they will be on top of their job? Why is it not particular? Knowing well now that Emeka Ihedioha has asked for the review of the verdict, why is it coming now? Now they've all ported now to APC. I can just imagine, just a scenario now. Imagine if the Supreme Court, now, at the beginning we're saying that that Hope Uzodinma have no APC candidate in the House of Assembly, that they may likely, impeach him.
Yeah.
Instead of impeaching him, all of them ported to APC because of some good money. Nigeria, leave it. Nigeria is not a country to hope on.
That is why up till today, Biafra cannot be realized.
Yes, because of all this.
Because of
this
flexibility. They can't stand their ground over anything. They are leaders. That's what I'm talking about.
Are ready. It's their leaders.
They cannot stand their ground over anything. Today, they will call them to ask around and collect some money. Hey. What's all of that? You need to let people understand. Yorubas before now we call, they say they are what? And they are saboteurs, they are, and they are cowards and all of that. The Igbo leaders are almost making Igbo, if not for the fact that some people are standing their ground and say, this is what we want, this is what they want, the likes of Mazina Mikano. Who knows? This thing would have been scrapped long ago. Yeah, they are so strong. Look at Amoteko. They stood their ground. Even up till now, they are still standing there. These other people, Imo, that the southeast governors, they had to invite this person, invite the Inspector General of the police to come, and must you invite him? Has he not been there since? Can't you sit down as chief executive officer of your state and make decisions and push it to your House of Assembly? By the time they pass it and you start forming those security outfits, before they can say, well, it's already in our in our law, and there's nothing we can do about it. We are going to do it. Only you can help us, give us a guide on how to do it. But you already have an intent. Like the Yorubas are just saying, okay, there is no problem. Okay, we'll do it. Police, community police. But it's a lie. It's already in their own. They have passed it as a law, so there is nothing anybody can do about it. When he goes there, take 5, we will do exactly the way we feel like doing it. You can't come and tell us, well, after all, you have been here and the issue of insurgency and the issue of kidnapping, robbery, and the likes have been in existence. That is what this guy should do, not to be tossed to and fro by the winds of change. Any change that come, you move according to the change. You say, let's go to the left, you go to the right. Let's go to the left because of common money. You are just being moved. Now you are recommending that the man should be arrested. On what grounds? Why didn't you make the recommendation since you are making it now? All the same, we are praying and hoping that Imo State will become what the people really want. A lot of people are still saying they want the Emeka Ihedioha back. And those who want Hope Uzodinma, let's leave it there. We can't take sides right now. Let's wait till the 18th day of February 2000.